Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas Fletcher and I'm the host of the LCSW Network. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor by smashing that like button, by subscribing to the channel, and by sharing this video with your social work colleagues and friends. The purpose of this channel is to create a community of hope and support, where social workers can come for relevant news, information, and inspiration. Welcome back to Self-Care Saturday. Welcome back to Season 3, Episode 10 of our Self-Care Saturday series. And today I will be covering an excerpt from Chapter 4 of my new book, Self-Care Tips for Social Workers and Other Licensed Mental Health Professionals, which is now available on Amazon in paperback form as well as in Kindle. So let's get into it. So Chapter 4 covers the topic of financial wellness. So in this chapter, we will be covering one of the 8 dimensions of wellness, which is financial wellness. There are many definitions of what constitutes being financially well, but overall the financial wellness dimension involves things such as income, debt, and savings. Financial wellness also involves a person's understanding of financial processes and resources, a person's satisfaction with their current financial situation. Future prospects also come into play. So in this chapter again, I discuss the areas of work, I discuss the area of bank accounts, I talk about debt, and I also talk about the importance of focusing on different type of retirement accounts. All right, and in this chapter, I also reference a later chapter, chapter 25, which is called Paying Yourself First, and I go into a little bit more detail about that. But as mental health professionals, whether we're social workers, psychologists, MFTs, psychiatrists, we work with people every day, and one of the most common issues that people bring into therapy is financial stresses. You know, whether it has to do with living paycheck to paycheck, worrying about where the money's going to come to cover the rent or cover the utilities, cover the child care expenses, covering $8 a gallon gasoline. I'm filming this towards the end of March 2022. So not only are we providing support for people that are going through their own financial stressors, but as mental health professionals, we're not immune to financial stress for ourselves. We're not immune to it. So we need to be taking care of our own financial wellness ourselves. And in this book, I do cover the importance of different types of retirement accounts. I attended a seminar at my employment this past week. It was a really good seminar, and the instructor, he talked about the importance of contributing to a TSP account. That's a 401k for federal employees as well as service members that are in the military. So whether you have a TSP, whether you have a different type of 401k, whether you have health savings accounts, whether your company provides a pension, it's so important that we all participate in these type of things, and that we, just as I've talked about in previous episodes, I've talked about how important it is for us as mental health professionals that we're taking care of our own health, that we're getting our own annual health exams. It's also important that we check in with our own financial professionals as needed. There's so many different type of financial professionals out there. CPAs, those are certified public accountants. There's all different types, and again, I'm not a financial professional. I'm not giving any financial advice here. What I am highlighting is the importance that we all have to take care of our financial wellness. You know, whether that's making sure that our bank accounts are set up and that we're utilizing them effectively, you know, whether we're working towards eliminating personal debt, you know, whether that's student loan debt, whether that's our mortgages, what have you. It's important that we don't bury our heads in the sand, you know, that we take care of all these things. Income, you know, are we making as much as we need to? You know, do we need to get a second job? Do we need to maybe revisit the job that we have, whether it's talking to our bosses about getting a raise, or maybe it's time to move on to another job. You know, maybe it's time to move on to another career field. You know, it's important that we look at those areas that I briefly highlighted. Again, this is an excerpt from the book. But again, I would invite all of my colleagues and friends out there who are social workers and other mental health professionals. How is your financial wellness these days? Are you living paycheck to paycheck? You know, there's in the book I do cite in the later chapter, Paying Yourself First, chapter, I think that's chapter 25. I do cite I think it's a Time magazine article that looked at even people that are making six figures are living paycheck to paycheck. You know, so it's not just people in the lower income echelons, you know, that are you know, in financial distress. You know, there are millionaires. I mean, we all hear the examples of professional athletes and professional musicians, you know, getting $1 million contracts and then being bankrupt years later. It's not because they had a lack of income. It's because they had a lack of financial literacy, a lack of financial wellness. So this is just a call for all of us to take a look at our financial wellness. All right, well, I'm going to stop there, but I want to thank you all for watching this video, for all the social workers out there and other licensed mental health professionals. Thank you for the work that you do every day, for your clients, for your agency, and for the profession. Please continue to support each other and yourselves. Bye for now.